Hello everyone, welcome to this track walkthrough. I made something, so let's have a listen and then I will tell you all about it. Alright, so that's the track. Let's start with the drums. I only used the Perkins sounds from this pack. And as the contest rules were that you have to only use the sounds and keep them as true as possible, so not so much resampling or single cycle make your own synth kind of deal. Actually stayed true to that very much. It's just only some reverbs and delays and EQing. So if you have Ableton, you can make this, you can open this project and just have a look. So let's start with the drums. It's all Perkins sounds, and when I solo it, it sounds like this. Yeah, and I layered it with the Godfather kick for that. It gives a kind of a nice groove to the first hit. And also added an 808 for some extra bass, I guess. I don't know if it makes any difference, but yeah, it's there and it doesn't hurt it in any way, I guess. It's an 808 by the Zaps synthesizer. I put it in this sampler so I can tune it. So yeah, and that's also in the intro. And eventually the main part in the drop section is just the beat with this bass sound by the Udo one. It's the preset is called Bell and Tail, and I cut off the tail with the release knob. So you only have this sound. And together it just it hooks into each other, the groove and the bass, so it sounds like this. So yeah, let's move on to the pads. And the first pad introduced is this pad by the Nymphus synth. As you can hear, I sidechained it to the Zaps Plan 808. And then comes in the Waldorf M, and I put some MIDI effects in front of it. It's an arpeggiator going into a scale. Yeah, you also have a scale right here, but you can change the scale to whatever you want. So I guess I just did this to be sure, in case I wanted to get something wacky. But I ended up just using a regular G sharp scale. And so this sounds like this. It's really fun to play with because you can do anything and it sounds interesting, I guess. Yeah, so that's in the intro. And this is the first time you hear the actual lead coming in, also by the Nymphis. Yeah, so that's the intro with all the parts. I do have this clap here, but also by the Perkins, and in this drum group there's this little hi-hat riser that I made with also a Perkins hi-hat. So this is the only resampling little thing I've done. And that's just a bunch of hi-hats with a pitch automation. All right, let's move on to a bunch of effects and risers by this Dupfer 126. I really like these sounds. I put an auto pan on it for width, and also this one. Very cool. Yeah. And that's it for the first part, I guess. Yeah, you have this little synthy lead coming in at the second part of the drop. It's also a Nymphis. It sounds like a kind of string sound. And this goes into this send right here, which I called metal slab. I use this all the time. It's just a delay going into a resonator into an overdrive, which makes a kind of metal metallic sound. Yeah, and talking about sense, this arpeggiator thing, the Waldorf, goes into the other send. I only have two sends. It's just this metal slab and it's this Reverb Overdrive, which is a really long reverb with a lot of pre-delay, 6 seconds decay time. And it also has a low cut and a high cut, and going into an overdrive, which also has this same kind of bandpass deal, into this EQ with almost the exact same shape, but on different frequencies, into a chorus, which makes a very lush reverb. Yeah, I like that a lot. All right, so that was the whole first part. Let's go to the second part, which is this. Yeah. This second part is introduced with this choir sound by the Waldorf M. It also has an MIDI effect in front of it. This arpeggiator into this random MIDI effect, and this arpeggiator just triggers the chord again. So you have this, let's play this F. So this is an F minor chord, and it just triggers the chord again, and it goes into this random MIDI effect, and it adds an octave below or an octave above, because it's set to bi, and that makes a 33% chance that there will be an octave below or above added. So yeah, it says random, but it's actually sort of random. Only a third of the time it's random, I guess. Yeah, and in the this B part, or a C part, yeah, this I added some automation to this auto pen just to widen the stereo field when we're rising and getting ready for the second drop. And right before the drop, I made it all mono. So yeah. And after it drops, I switched off the random, so it's just triggering the chords again. Yeah, that's basically it. Let's see if I talked about all the sounds. I guess I did. Yeah, this little hydrosynth which layers this little line before the second drop. Yeah, I really like that sound. Um, yeah, that's it. I hope you liked it, and maybe I'll do more of videos. I don't know. This is my first video, so maybe I'll see you again. Thanks, Loopop, for all the samples. I had a great time with playing with it and making some music. Yeah, thanks a bunch, and see you next time.